people are doing the 2.0?
3, I believe. 3 or 4. It's written down in my.
Oh, that's okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's I just actually finished constructing it yesterday. Not taking it easy on you guys this round. No, it'll be good because we're going to keep it really focused. The first 3 weeks will be with the small loop bands. And then the second 3 weeks will be with those bigger bands. So I did post a link to those bigger bands to give you guys time to get them because I think everybody has the smaller ones. So we're starting with that. So it's going to be a good little intro to just using different equipment.
That set that you had sent out, do those have all of those sizes or?
Yeah, for the big bands, for the super bands. Yeah, that comes with like 5 different resistance, 5 different levels of resistance. So those are good actually. So I have those too, but they didn't come with like that comes with like an anchor. It comes with the ability to create handles.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a better bang for your buck because the one I have, it just gave me the bands.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And that's it. This light is like really flushy. I think Nilsa and Kaylee are gonna pop on. I mean, we could. I just want to like formally say thank you. I'll be right back if it cut me off. I just want to make sure. Okay. You guys have done awesome. How you feeling?
Good.
I'm feeling great.
That's amazing. All right, here they are. Nilsa, Kaylee. Hey, everybody's faces.
I made it.
So good to see you guys. So now you can see each other too. You all been working and with camaraderie and motivation. It's been amazing to see you guys kind of join together and support each other. So I do want to thank you all for coming today and showing up and showing your faces. If you didn't show your face, that would be okay too. We'll keep it really short and sweet, but you all have done incredible, like an absolute incredible job. You've shown up, you've learned how to use a completely different platform, which is Trainerize. But as you can see, once you kind of get through the learning curve, you could do so much with it and keep all your health life in one area, and it gives you nice little reminders, so that's always beneficial. But you guys committed to the 6 weeks. You all showed up, you showed out, and you kept going, and I'm sure it was there were challenges along the way, which we'll get to. I'm going to ask you guys just a couple questions, but actually you guys who are here today were the most what's the word, involved members. So I am going to be sending y'all a t-shirt. Whoop, whoop. I just don't know when they're actually going to come in, but when they do, I'll send them to you. And that just goes to show that your level of involvement is directly pays into your reward, right? So the effort and involvement gives you your reward. Without that, who knows what, some of the other ladies that they could have done it, they could have had success, but with you guys, it's going to stick and you're going to keep it going. So that's the exciting thing. So again, thank you and congratulations for sticking it out, learning new skills, preparing, and working hard, and juggling everything else in your life that women get to juggle. So I'm going to ask a question. I only have 3, and y'all could either take turns, however. It doesn't have to be super formal. If you don't feel like sharing, you don't have to. That's cool too. But I want to know that what was your previous experience before doing the Little Black Dress Project with working out, exercise, nutrition, mindset? Kind of where were you at before you started this journey? Don't all jump at once either.
Well, go ahead, Kaylee. I think you're on mute.
Are you? Yeah, you are muted.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I was very inconsistent. It was, I have 3 little ones, so I mean, they're getting bigger, so they're not really little, but it's just, you know, I wasn't really paying attention to myself and what I needed to do. So it was very inconsistent, and I wasn't in a good routine. I was doing okay with eating, but it was, I would either have really great meals for like a week, and then it would be like I'd fall off for a week. So it was just kind of a struggle to stay on task and stay this consistent, really.
Good. And where do you feel like you're at now with that? Or what has the 6 weeks kind of done for you?
It really, I mean, it just given me kind of like a wake up. Like I feel so good, and like my mood is lifted. I feel organized. I know exactly when I'm doing my workouts. I feel like I've just kind of restructured it enough that it's now become more of a habit, and to see progress, it's just kind of really encouraged me to keep going. So big game changer.
Yes, thanks for sharing. Nilsa?
Like, is it Kaylee or Callie?
Kaylee.
Okay. Like Kaylee, I was very inconsistent. It was, if I did anything, it was like so short that there was, it was ridiculous. I wouldn't even call it a workout. And I had no motivation. It was sort of like, if I felt like it, I did it. If I didn't feel like it, I didn't. There was nobody to push me or anything like that. So now I have with you ladies accountability. So it was even like when I didn't really feel like a workout day, I would move slowly. And then when I got that burst of energy in the back of my head, it was like, okay, you have a workout. And it's only 15 minutes long, or it could be longer if you want to exercise a little slower. And so the accountability for me was like this, it was a huge game changer. So now I feel stronger. I was just having the conversation this morning with my husband, and he was telling me, or reminding me that my reflexes are better. I was able to beat him in 3 games, so
yes.
He's a table tennis pro. So for him to say that was huge. So this has been for me a real game changer.
Amazing. So important that you said that even on the days you didn't feel like working out, you kind of just like took it slow and got your mind there before you forced your body to get there. And I think that that's pretty awesome, because it's just like, it's not always going to be perfect, right? We don't always just want to be like, hey, I'm going to work out today. I'm so excited about it. It's not like that.
Right.
I would say like 90, 80% of the time, a high percentage. So that's a really good approach to that. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. Anybody else in the back?
I'll go. So with me, I took about 6 months off of working out. I don't know. I just kind of got into a funk, and I just really needed support and accountability, and just to kind of get back on track. And, you know, with seeing all the girls post their workouts, definitely helped. Holly, your check-ins always help. The fact that, you know, I can text you or ask you anything, you know, is awesome, just to have that support in the back.
Awesome.
Ditto.
I know y'all motivated me too. Don't get it twisted. I see everything popping up. I'm like, all right, today we gotta go.
I'll go.
All right, Tam.
I think in the past, whenever I would start something with exercise, I believed it always had to be just cardio. So I would start running, or I would do the bike, and I really kind of feel like I got burned out from that, and I didn't realize at my age that I really need to do the muscle work. Doing the squats and all that stuff wasn't anything that I had ever done before, like doing the different, 3 times around. And so having the variation and breaking it up and not doing just strictly cardio was a huge thing for me. And it really taught me that, like, you need to do the muscle toning, not just cardio. So.
That's amazing. Those are all really, really important lessons. And I'm so happy that you guys have like explored that and gotten to the point where you have inside yourself. I mean, strength training is the key. I think it's the key. It's the key to strengthening our bodies, moving better, feeling stronger. There's something about feeling stronger. I think especially for women that it just kind of gives us a sense of control over everything else around us. And we have so much to deal with that it helps our minds and stay focused. But besides that, strengthening the bones and just kind of, that's how we create shape. It's just in this society, we've been trained growing up with all those magazines that you do cardio until like you're gonna like peel yourself off the machine and sweat, and that's how you get skinny. And those ways are just so outdated now, but it's still so ingrained in us that it takes some time to learn the difference between strength training and cardio and what that does for our bodies. All right, number 2. I would love to hear about how you guys really felt throughout the weeks. And I'm sure every week was different. But like the ups, the downs, how the joys, the pains, like places you kind of maybe wanted to quit and then turned it around. Like what was the challenges and the joys of the process?
I can kick it off again and we'll go down the line. I think when I started, I saw some really good progress with losing weight. And then I hit like a little plateau and I started to feel a little discouraged. And then I think I had, some, kids were sick. So like, I kind of was like in this weird like place of like disappointed that my weight wasn't dropping off magically. And then being a little bit more tired or busy with helping them. And so that was a little challenge, but, tried to be a little more gentle with myself and, find time to do like more restorative things when I felt that way, instead of beating myself up that I'm not really working hard and trying to make up for things. But then it just kind of, it just stayed the course. And then I was like, oh, it's still working. And to see how when I started, my reps were so low, and I was like, oh my gosh. Now I'm like, wow, I'm amazed how much stronger I can do stuff longer. It felt really empowering. Like you said, it have that control, that strength was like,
yeah. There's something about it. There's something about it that just really helps to empower us. That's great. And again, like, I hope you guys can learn today too off of each other's experiences, because it's a lifetime journey going forward. And life is life, and we get pulled, we get tired, we get sick, other people get sick. There's a lot that happens. And that demonstration of like just continuing to move, but in a more intuitive way to what you were going through, which is restorative and slower and more mindful. It's perfect. That's great. That's an awesome adjustment.
For me, week 1 was the hardest. OMG. I actually tried to send you a video and I couldn't, but week 1 with that whole detoxifying the body and cleansing the body of all the bad things that I put into it was really hard. In combo with the workouts, I was like, I got to a point where I was like, I don't think I can do this. This is like a little bit tougher than I thought. Oh my God, what did I sign up for? But then I remembered that once the body gets cleaned, then I'm gonna have a fresh start. So when that first week ended, I felt great. I mean, I passed the point of I'm starving. I'm starving. But then once I passed that, it was like, wow, this is really awesome. And like Kaylee said, I felt very weak in the beginning of the workouts. Like they were really hard. But as the weeks progressed, I noticed that I felt stronger and more able to do more reps. I didn't push it because I knew that there were 3 sets that I needed to do. So I wanted to make sure that by the 3rd set, I still had enough strength to, get 1 extra rep in there. So
Yeah.
it was hard. And when I got sick in the middle of it, I actually think it was the second to last week, I got sick and it really knocked me out. And so I didn't get to work out a day. And I felt it. I felt it in the back of my head. I felt it in my body. I felt the loss, the missing of the workout because it was me moving. And the next day I said, I need to move. I need to do a little something, not anything strenuous, but just a little something just to get me going. Because once I sit down, and I know me, once I sit, it's a little hard to get going again. I'll fall back into that, that old, sit down and oh, you can do it later. So the later, I kept pushing it in my head. It's like, no, it's got to be now. And so I just, started getting back into it. I'm not 100%, but I am pushing to continue moving. So yeah, it was tough, but it's great. It's a great pain.
Yeah, you did a great job. And
Thank you.
I know you did send me a message in that second week, and I thought you were going to try to pull the plug, but I had to get you on the phone because I was like, we got to talk this out. And we talked it out, and we kind of like had to just calibrate a little bit. And then you got right back to it once you kind of like got that doubt out of your mind to continue to move forward, because it doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's not about, this isn't about perfection. This isn't about a deprivation. This is just kind of learning emotionally what it's like and lifestyle, what it's like to prepare and stick to a plan. Yeah, the first week they cut the carbs out, so it's trying to detox your body a little bit, and sugars, so that can definitely be challenging because it is a shock to your system, and sometimes you don't feel good. Tammy's walking through the blizzard over there. Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's bad out. It's bad. You're muted, but I think that's a good thing. That's great. Still muted. It's all right. Lise can chime in if she wants. Lise, do you have anything you want to say about the challenges, joys, pains?
It was kind of just the same as what everyone else was saying. The first week was definitely hard. Just getting back into, moving my body, eating better. That of course is always harder for. They got into it.
Hold on. We're in the blizzard.
Okay. What I want to say is, when I first
This is so funny. It's like real live footage from the outside.
so sorry. I feel like a news reporter.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looked like.
So when Holly mentioned this, or I saw it on Facebook, I thought to myself, I really want to support Holly in this. I did not want to do it, but I wanted to support her in it. And I thought, that is such wrong thinking. Like, I need to do this, and I need to do it for me. I can't do it for her. And so I realized, like, there was an issue there with me, and I had to really reconcile that. So as I got into the program, I was really keeping that the forefront of my mind, and I was able to get to a place where I was able to say, no, this is for me. And I think as women, we're so used to helping other people, and we're not used to doing what we really need to do for us. So this was for me.
That's amazing. And yeah, I mean, that's the crux of it, is as a woman, we would do anything for other people. And until we can put those efforts forward to do anything for ourselves, then we're kind of going to be living a little bit below the threshold of being healthy in a whole way, because then we're still always pouring from empty. So even if we're pouring, we're still not completely filled from that. And it is a very challenging shift. It's a very challenging shift, but that's great because yeah, it's not for me. It's not for me. It's for you. And every day, how you treat your body is for you. The byproduct of that, feeling stronger, healthier, more clear-headed, is for then to serve and outward, right? To pour out from. That's really cool. That's a great shift, Tammy. Gotta keep that ball rolling. It's all for you. Until you're to a place where you feel like you could sustain and you're happy and like, there's always going to be the challenges, but engraving the habits.
Mm-hmm.
Lise, what were you saying?
Oh, before, just about the first week and stuff, just getting back into everything, it was definitely a challenge. But the longer I just stuck out with it, the stronger I got, and it was just easier, after like the first week, just with meal planning and just eating right and just staying away from the garbage. It was just easier as time got by.
Good job. Yeah, it's hard to shift when we're in that not eating well and we're kind of comfortable. We get emotionally comfortable there, and then to switch that up the first few days is always challenging because you want to emotionally go back to those comforting things, those comforting foods.
Huge emotion. Bad. It got bad for a while.
Yeah. You faced challenges too in the beginning, and then you got back. Then you continued. So that's again the important part. You each faced something pretty significant throughout the 6 weeks, and you learned how to deal with that and then continue on the path. When a lot of people, they just stop because it's all like the expectation becomes too much, however, never has to be pretty. Somebody's entering. No. All right. So last question. Again, I told you I try to keep this sweet, especially short and sweet, especially because who knows how long before my door gets knocked on. How do you all feel about your results? And why do you feel the way you feel about them? But also, is there something that you're going to continue going forward that surprises you about yourself or what you've taken out of the process? You could answer one or all of those. It doesn't matter. How do you feel about your results? We'll start there.
I was really surprised that and happily surprised that I lost the amount I did. I think my ultimate goal seemed too far away, but now that I've made progress, I'm like, okay, it's like now I feel like it's.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel good, and I'm very proud of myself for sticking with this. This is the most consistency I've had, and like the accountability has, all of these things have helped so much. So I'm encouraged that I can keep going and reach where I really want to be. So
yes, good job. Proud of you too.
I'm back. Sorry.
Sorry.
For me, like Haley, I also feel very proud of myself because I didn't have energy to do much. So the end result where I am right now, so I'll say I lost 10 pounds. And for me, 10 pounds is like 50 pounds. For somebody in my situation with my age, medical condition, all these factors. So it's significant for me, and I can feel it in how the clothes fit me now. I do have a long-term goal, and it's to get into a bikini. I'm gonna say it.
Keep going, Elsa.
You can say it. You have to say it.
I don't even feel confident in shorts, so I don't wear shorts in the summer. I wear capris. So that's my goal. It's small steps for a lifetime of a huge change. So yeah, what was the question? I'm sorry. I'm just like, I don't know.
That's awesome. If there's I mean, how do you feel about your results? And if there's anything that you will be using moving forward that surprises you, like any habit changes or anything you kind of didn't foresee that you would either enjoy or take forward on your journey?
Everything, really,
I know.
everything. Because like Tamara, I was an aerobics queen. I felt like the harder I hit the pavement and the harder I did the aerobics, the more results I was gonna get, and that was not the truth. I was just putting more. I was how am I gonna put it? I was putting more damage to my body because I was really pounding and not really working out the muscles. So and what am I taking with me after this? Everything, because I'm continuing. I need to go and do the next level because I need a lot of toning. So yeah, everything really helped me. I have a little bit more balance where before I didn't. Because of full disclosure, because of my kidney transplant, I was afraid to work out. I was afraid that I was gonna do some damage in my abdomen area. And with this program, it actually taught me that I can still work out and still take care of my kidney at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So working out was very good for me, on the contrary to what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's great. It's amazing. That takes a lot of courage to take that step too. Having been through a lot with your health, it's always kind of scary when you go to then push your body in a certain direction because you're like, oh man, what's gonna happen? And that's great because a lot of people have chronic illness or certain conditions and they don't do anything based out of that fear. And it's just about doing the right thing, right? And listening to your body. You listened to your body. You had something that happened and you were like, okay, I can't do this. And it adjusts. You're knocking on my door. So good job. I'm very proud of you too.
Thank you.
How do you feel about Tam? Did you go? How do you feel about your results?
I'm really, really happy with my results. I was able to lose 16 pounds, but I probably had a lot more to lose than most of you. I mean,
that's a lot in 6 weeks though.
Yeah, I had really let myself go and I was not happy. And I really do believe like in the, taking care of your soul and your spirit. But in my life, I wasn't taking care of my body well. And so I really was very pleased. I think one of the things I really learned is that in the past, when I've dieted, I've had salads for lunch. And then by the time I get home, I'm so hungry that I just stuff whatever in my mouth. And I think for me, part of this program that really helped me was having protein, having protein at lunch, having protein at breakfast, and not just at dinner. And quite honestly, after I got the second day on this program, I was like feeling so sick. I had the worst headache. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I gave up coffee, for a while. It was miserable. But afterwards, I was able to really, really enjoy it. And I didn't really feel hungry, which is surprising because I'm always hungry. So I think balancing the protein really helped teach me a lot.
Yeah, that's great. And congratulations. I never wanted to focus this on weight loss because I knew you guys would get weight loss based off of just like focusing on the nutrition and the workouts. So it's really good to hear what you've accomplished because I haven't been you've been doing your weigh-in so I could see, which is great. But anytime we focus too much on weight loss, we get so wrapped up in that scale and can make us quit faster if we don't see a certain result. And the body is the body. It does what it wants to do. It's going to adapt to what you do, right? So you eat better, you work out, it will adapt to that. And sometimes like might have a little lag time in its adaptation, but as long as you keep going, it's going to keep changing. That's amazing. That's a good job. Thank you for sharing. Proud of you, Tam. Lise?
So, yeah, I mean, I definitely have weight loss goals. I'm still working on them, obviously. It's not going to be, a quick fix. I have lost 5 pounds on it. I did get into an old pair of jeans today that actually fit nice
Hey,
at my stomach.
nice job.
So, I don't know, because my husband knows I always hate to buy bigger jeans, but I actually had to buy bigger jeans this winter. So, just being able to, I was like, you know what, we're having our little Zoom meeting. Let me just try on a pair, and they actually fit. So I was excited. It
That's
definitely,
awesome.
so, yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I am so proud of each and every one of you. I encourage you to continue to build the habits. You might have times in your life when you like go completely in the opposite direction. The important thing is that you bring yourself back and you don't wait too long to do that, right? So really like put it in your mind that you kind of have to give yourself like a threshold. Like I'll go this far back, but I won't go further. And once you know your points, that's when you could either reach out for help, just like anything else, or start back on some sort of program for yourself that works. Tammy, I do have a question specifically to how you feel physically and spiritually. Did you notice like a difference spiritually based on feeling better physically?
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely feel that. And one of the things that I liked about it, because I put worship music on usually in the morning, and I'm like, well, do I exercise or do I worship? And because of the way that this trainer size was, I was able to do both. So I had my worship music playing while I was doing the different sets. And I do a lot of ministry with people, and what I found is God is revealing more to me that about how to help others, I guess is what I would say. Like, I feel like that spiritual connection. I really felt like God was disappointed in me. I know he's never disappointed, but I felt that he was disappointed in me because I couldn't get this under control. And so I guess I feel better. I feel better in all areas, the body, soul, and spirit. And I feel like I'm better equipped to help other people at this point as well.
Amazing. Yeah, a lot of the foods that we can eat in our nutrition can really like, it clouds your mind, And I'm proud of you. I mean, you gave up coffee and went through that withdrawal. Whew, that is not an easy task. So good job that you stuck with that, because it really is. I mean, that's where like we normalize so many things, right? And even in our food has so many built in like additives and stuff that once you cut processed foods out, you can start to feel like you have withdrawal symptoms, headaches, nausea, just not feeling good, because that's working itself out of your body. But human nature, we don't want to feel bad. So typically once we start to feel bad, we go back in the other direction. Do you guys want to talk about anything else or share anything else? Again, I don't want to keep you too long. I so appreciate you guys showing up. If there's somebody else in your life that that could benefit from this program, please feel free to give them my information. They can reach out to me directly to have a conversation, or however else they want to go about it. But it's just my goal to continue to use this structure to help women break through the barriers that you guys all spoke on today, and to get the results that you all spoke on today. And it's not focused on weight loss. But of course, that's a lovely byproduct and gives us confidence and motivation to keep going forward. I do encourage you to continue to set performance goals along with your weight loss goals, because that will give you a different measure of result. So when you don't see the scale move, but you can do like 10 push-ups instead of 2, or you could start adding weights to your squats because you're getting stronger. It's really good to have those goals. That's what can keep you going when the scale might come to a halt. And sometimes stress can affect that too. Just so you know. So if you're going through a highly stressed time, your body processes kind of slow down, and that can have impact on weight loss. So it's really important to just like sometimes, you know, if you're doing everything right, but you get a hold on the scale, keep going and focus on your stress. That's my parting tip. But again, thank you all. And we're doing the Little Black Dress 2.0 starting. So you have a week, whoever's doing it, you have a week of, you'll still have access to your Trainerize if you're doing the 2.0. So you could recycle those workouts. I encourage you to kind of use it. It's called a deload week, where you do other things that are still active. Maybe try something different, fun, maybe do like a week of yoga, something that's restorative and calm. And then we're going to get right back into it again. And it's going to be a good one. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too. Tamara, I wanted to say to Tamara, girl, you gave up coffee. What? I did not give up coffee. At the very beginning, as soon as Holly said no coffee, I was like, I'm sorry, Holly. I will listen to everything you say and I'll do everything you say, but the coffee and me, we cannot part.
You know what? I love coffee too. I'm not sure I will stay off of it because it's one of the comfort things that I really enjoy. And so, yeah, but you know what? Probably not doing the quarter of a cup of half and half and all that, doing almond milk and other alternatives. So,
Nilsa, I also gave up. I haven't had coffee at all anymore either.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I noticed it. I'm less jittery and anxious, and I didn't think I noticed that until I took it away. And then I had I had a little bit of a coffee and was like, oh, I don't think I like it.
Yeah.
And I used to love it's just a me time, but I've had to just, I kind of rely on some B vitamins for energy, and I haven't looked
I was
back.
gonna say, did you have a replacement? Is there anything you replaced your coffee with?
And I like tea, but tea it's not an even trade. So I've tried a dandelion root coffee, which is it's a caffeine free. It's just dandelion root. So I've been drinking that as a nice replacement here and there.
Should throw that in the Trainerized group before we switch over the groups. That's a really good resource. I use a mushroom coffee that I've switched to because it has adaptogens that help calm the nervous system. So same thing, I would get it'd be more of an anxiety thing and my stomach. Coffee can kind of jack up your stomach, which can mess up your whole gut microbiome and affect a lot of different areas to your health. So there are alternatives. It just might take some trial and error to find which one still gives you that comfort that you want. Maybe a little coffee flavor, maybe it's like a cleaner energy, a more even energy. And if you're that tired that coffee doesn't do anything for you, then you need to get more sleep. And maybe focus on that end. That's one of my gauges when I know that I'm really in an unhealthy zone. I'm chasing caffeine to give me energy and to make me think clearer and looking for that energy boost. And it really will go back to what does my stress management look like and what is my sleep looking like? And then all the other, am I even exercising? Because I notice when I pull back on exercising, then it kind of sends into that loop of not creating energy through exercise, but trying to find it outside. It's my soapbox. So yeah, good job, guys. I'm so proud of you.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, great job, everyone. It's been a pleasure. And I too really look forward to the posting and stuff. It's helped encourage me as well. So
Ditto.
Feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions that you might want to talk about privately or anything. I'm always here for you guys as a resource. I have personal relationships with each one of you, so this is extra unique for me. But I'm very proud of you guys. It is a challenge to stick with something like that, especially when you're kind of on the fence and it's like, I don't really want to, but I know I should. So good job. Keep the ball rolling. Y'all got it. No goal is too big for what you can do. You can do anything. It takes time, consistency, and learning how to kind of, like I said, recalibrate when certain things happen. But y'all got it.
Can I just say
Right.
one last thing, which I found really crucial for me was the dining out piece, because I noticed that on the days when it was the cheat days, I really found myself not really cheating, because whatever cheat means in your mind, in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a burger. I'm gonna like, and then at the back, and then I was reminded, no, that's not really, you're undoing everything that you worked so hard to do. And then I realized as I'm looking at the menus that everything is either fried or just unhealthy. And I felt better cooking my meals because I knew what was going in there and there was nothing that was bad for me. So I'm a big salad person also, Tamara. Salad, chicken and salad, I can eat it all day long, but I didn't have a good balance. So the menu was phenomenal. It satisfied me all day. I felt less hungry, like Haley was saying, and I don't have the desire to eat anything out because I know that some restaurants have good choices, but I'd rather not chance it. So I'm good cooking. I'm really
Yeah.
good cooking right now.
Yeah, over time, your body starts to tell you, like, if you desire a certain food and then you go have it. Like I did something 2 weeks ago, I had fried food and then I was like, why did I do that? Every time I do it, I feel nauseous, I feel sick. And it's like, okay, now it's like, I just have to just literally not do it again. But, there are times when we're going to do that. And then it's like, as long as we're not doing it all the time, but yeah, your body, the healthier it gets, the more it speaks to you, the more it's going to tell you what it likes and what it doesn't like.
You know what? One other thing that I think was really fabulous was really taking the time to do the food prep and having the grocery lists and the menus, because the food prep is most of the battle. If we don't have the food in our house, we can't cook the proper food, and just kind of getting structured and organized around that was really helpful, and having it all there was amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, it was really streamlined, right? We don't need to think about more. We need to make it as simple as possible, making things difficult or restrictive, or then like, I don't know. It's especially with food, simple as possible and balanced. All right. Nice job. So nobody has their little black dress on? Kaylee does.
my girls went, "Ooh, mommy, where are you
Come on, give a twirl. You can give a twirl if you want. Do your thing.
I don't have a lot of
Very nice.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Kaylee and I played soccer together in college, so it's been a really awesome journey.
Yeah.
And like going back to the cardio thing, even when I was an athlete in college, I would still go to the gym and jump on the stupid elliptical and do it for as long as I could do it, do a few crunches and call it a day,
Yeah.
And it's like, for what? Our body, we need strength, our bodies will only change when we are like creating muscle in them and creating shape. So from those days to here, it's been pretty great.
Yeah, I assumed like, I had to work out as that, like back in my mind as when I was played soccer, like that intensity and running. And it was a nice change to go, no, I just have to work those muscles, and that counts, and that's, you know, it definitely had to switch my thinking.
Yeah, and the intensity can actually sometimes, so a lot of women, especially when they're at the point of like, I need to do something, and then they make a choice to do something really high intensity. A lot of people are already under too much stress. So working out is actually a stressor for the body. So if you're working out too hard, you already have a stressed life. Your body doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
So it's still going to process it as extra stress, which can throw your whole self out of whack. That was my big shift too when I started doing personal training. I trained for a while like an athlete, and what that was hard and painful. Like the more it hurt, the better it was, until I started having chronic pain and my joints couldn't put up with that anymore. And then learning a completely different way to work out and being like, now it's really all this stuff in my head I have to learn how to manage. That was why I worked out so hard. Why did that feel good to me? Because that's the only way I felt like worthy or like I'm producing. There was so much behind that. So that's why this journey, it really is like a lifetime journey when you commit to your health and wellness, because there's a lot of layers to it. And a lot of our behaviors are rooted in emotional components. That space has to be held to work through while you're going through this process too. That's where Tammy comes in. Walk you through that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to wrap up. So I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you.
Don't go out on the road because I think it's going to be pretty icy out there. Be safe and have a great weekend. Okay.
Thank you, Holly. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Girls. Good to see you. Good luck
Bye.
on the journey.
Good luck.
Thank you too.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.